Perhaps it's a sign of my age or perhaps something else, but I cannot help thinking more and more about what kind of a world we're leaving for our children, grandchildren. And it's not a very pretty picture, not one that should inspire pride. There are quite a few grim shadows that hover menacingly over thoughts about our legacy. And of all of them, two are dominant because they literally threaten survival of the species, at least in any decent form. One is nuclear war, the other is environmental disaster. And not only is nothing serious being done about these challenges, but current decisions are enhancing the threats. It should be unnecessary to tarry on environmental disasters and how the impending crisis is being handled. As for the threat of nuclear war, it's on the front pages daily, but in a way that would seem outlandish to an independent observer viewing the strange doings on Earth. In fact, this same independent observer might wonder if we are trying to settle a debate that took place some years ago between two eminent scientists, Carl Sagan, astrophysicist, Ernst Mayr, biologist. They were debating the probability of intelligent extraterrestrial life. And Sagan, arguing from the point of view of an astrophysicist, concluded that it's very likely because there are so many planets similar enough to Earth so that they could sustain life and hence evolution to higher intelligence. Ernst Mayr took the opposite view, arguing as a biologist. He said that we should pay attention to the one example we have, namely Earth. And he pointed out that in the history of life on Earth, there have been several billion species, some successful, some not. And it turns out that the success of a species, as determined by the number of instances of it that survive, is inversely related to intelligence. So the most successful species are those that mutate very quickly, like bacteria, or those that have a fixed ecological niche, like beetles. They do very well no matter what happens. And as you move up the scale of what we call intelligence, survival becomes much more hazardous. Among mammals, there are actually very few of them. And there are a lot of cows, but that's only because humans domesticate them, just as there are a lot of chickens for the same reason. But survival on their own is that they don't do very well. When you get to primates, there are very few. Humans have been very sparse throughout the world until very recently, so recent that doesn't mean anything in evolutionary terms. He also pointed out that the average life expectancy for a species is roughly 100,000 years. Rather ominously, that's about how long it's been that Homo sapiens has been on Earth. So his conclusion is that intelligence is basically a lethal mutation. As you move up to greater intelligence, there's more and more self-destruction. And this extraterrestrial observer might argue that we're trying to prove that Mayr was correct. Certainly what it looks like.